Pastor Mike here on location from a really cool place. You see these windmills behind me? The sun's a little weird, so I'm going to turn around, but I wanted you to see that. Look at that. Now, I'm on location today. I don't know where you think the middle of nowhere is, but I'm pretty close. This is really way out there in the country. And I wanted to come here today because a friend of mine told me about this place. It's really cool. I don't know, can you hear that? There's like a constant sound of those blades cutting through the air. And I wanted to come here, and now that I'm here, it hits me that maybe you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. Maybe you're just lost and you don't know where you are, and it doesn't seem like there's any hope or anything. Well, this windmill is actually a reminder that even though it's not really crazy windy out here, there's a slight breeze, there's a lot of power in this wind. Someone told me once that the end of those blades are going like 80 miles an hour. I don't know if that's happening today, but what's the point of this? Even in the middle of nowhere, where it seems like there's nothing, the wind is blowing. And that wind is turning those windmills and creating power, creating energy. It's harnessing the power of the wind to create electricity. Now, I want to read from Acts chapter 2. And you probably know this passage, very familiar passage. Acts chapter 2, verse 1 says, "On the day of Pentecost, they were all together in one place, and suddenly there came from heaven a sound like a mighty rushing wind, and it filled the entire house where they were sitting." And then if you know the rest of that story, the wind was blowing, the fire came down on them, the Holy Spirit came on the church that day, and the church was born by God's power. So these windmills, I wanted to show you the power that's available, yes, for electricity, but in your life as well. God's power is available to you. One of the scriptures says that God's power is like the mighty power that he worked when he raised Christ from the dead is alive in you. So if you know that today, that's great. If you don't, if you just wanted to see this windmill, know this. God's amazing power is available to you today, and I encourage you to turn back to God, turn to him and ask him to fill you with his spirit, with his power. So take one last look at this windmill and contemplate that in your life. The wind is blowing, God's spirit is blowing. Is he blowing in your heart? Is it empowering you to be the person he created you to be? God bless you.